guys. What a beautiful day on the homestead. Who's here early? Who's here early? I see early people. Before it hits the algorithm. Raw science. People saying hello. You guys, someone's brushing their beard. Very cool. Well, it's a little cool thing about lives is they're a little bit ahead of the videos and the progress. That looks different. My videos are behind just because they've been working so fast, which is fine. But it's Saturday. Nobody's working today. Got my coffee. Let me show you guys a view up there. I'm gonna get you guys opinions on all kinds of stuff. So you guys better have your opinions ready on how somebody should build a garage and how they should finish it and what they should do. You guys are the internet. I know you guys have opinions. I'm gonna need them all. Party deck on the roof. That would be cool. No, it's gonna be the second floor. I see your email about the Minion plushies you made. Yes, I did. I don't think I responded, and I'm very sad about that. That email's been ridiculous. Jen's been either out of town or sick for like a month, off and on, depending which. So the emails have not been being responded to very well, but yes, I saw them. They are absolutely awesome. I love when you guys make your own stuff. Of course, I love when you guys buy my products that I have for sale too, but for you to sit down and do your own creative thing to come up with your own, I'm almost more excited that you made your own rather than bought the ones I had. That's cool. And now you've got one of a kind Minion plushie. It's really cool. But yeah, I'm glad you jumped in here so I could give you the feedback. But anyway, let's go up there. Stop looking at me drinking coffee. Let's look at the garage. First, huge garage. Those of you that don't know, it's 28 by 48. Got 3 windows on the back. A man door over here. Just, I don't know why, but I'm sure I'm just gonna want at least 2 main doors. This is really the back side of the garage, and there's a door here so I can sneak in an ATV or anything large without having to move the 2 vehicles that may be in here in the front. A man door there, so you can either walk in that man door, walk along here, go up the steps, or I imagine this door will be open a lot of the time when the weather's nice. Just walk right in there and right up the steps. So we'll go upstairs in a minute here, but this cut in the floor pretty much represents close to where the vehicles will be. This door will be able to swing open and not hit the vehicle. I've got room for that, but I'll basically end up walking in here, and I can walk to one of the 2 vehicles, or I can turn the corner and go that way. So this side over here, this will all be shop, storage, something like that. And then this front side, I'll build stuff along the walls. Not sure what. I'm sure shelving and stuff will just become. I may not build anything. I could build it. I might make it on casters so I could roll stuff though. That would be really cool. But I'm gonna get you guys can, do I have any of that metal? All right, well, you guys know what regular metal looks like, right? That's what I was planning to do the garage in. I wouldn't run it horizontal like that. It would be vertical. I'm gonna do black and gray. Stephanie, thanks for the super sticker. That's the metal I was gonna use, just black and gray. Black on the bottom, 2 foot or 4 foot, I mean, like a wainscoting, and then gray, and then black up to the roof. But I don't know what I did with it. Where'd it go? It's over here. It's more expensive, but I love the Swain's coating. So you guys got to tell me what your opinion is. Of course, your opinion is going to be to go with it, because I'm the one buying the materials. It's a hidden fastener. I don't know if it is hidden fastener. He told me it was hidden fastener, but I'm looking at it, and I'm suddenly wondering where the fasteners would even go, because if you're gonna fasten here, and then that hooks into there, it's not a hidden fastener. Just now realized that. I'm like, wait a minute. How's that a hidden fastener system? Anyway, either way, it looks super cool. This would be the gray for the walls. This would go on the bottom. It's hard to envision. On the bottom a little bit, and then most of the wall would just be that tall gray stuff. It's a little heavier gauge metal. It'll look really sharp, but it's expensive. It's like 3 times as much as the other metal. Dark will hold the heat more. It will. Disadvantage in the summer, advantage in the winter. The roof that's going to be on the sunny side is going to mostly be covered in solar panels anyway. So it's already going to be black up there, if you will. All right. Continuing the tour. I need to keep an eye on the comments for the opinions. Longer lasting material. Go for it. You're in the right to spend extra. Pretty big crack on the cement. There is. I haven't made a video about it yet. But yeah, they didn't cut it in time. And it cracked. It cracked before they got this cut in. I mean, there's big cracks in the saw cuts, but they did not cut it in time. Of all the things that I'm annoyed with or disappointed about in the garage, that's it. Because it was, yeah, the finish isn't perfect. I got ahead of them. That happens. But that was just straight up human error. And it might have been the saw rental shop. He says, I don't even totally know the story. I think they said they had a saw. When they went to go get a saw, they didn't have a saw. So they had to chase down another saw, and they weren't getting anywhere. And I had to come out here and retrofit my circular saw so that they could cut it so the whole thing didn't get cracked up. So I was disappointed about all that. It's only cosmetic. 100% it's only cosmetic. Yep. All right, storage under the stairs. Yes, there will be storage under the stairs. Actually, I don't think I've already planned it out. This will be the solar equipment room, because it's currently right here under the panels, covered in black plastic, kind of mostly shielded from weather, sort of. No, it's pretty good, but it's not a permanent solution. So this wall is going to continue. I just wasn't sure how I wanted to do doorways yet, so I said, don't build that wall. I'll build that wall later when I figure out what I want to do. But this whole thing will probably be an enclosed, insulated, climate-controlled room for the solar, which is part of why I made the stairs 4 foot wide, so it would be a wide enough room in there for all kinds of stuff. Hold on. Check out this mug, guys. I made this for Jen when we were dating. Like, hey, Minion, what can I do to impress Jen? And Minion says, it's hard to see there, but tell her you're actually a mad scientist from another dimension. If she's the right one, it'll work. Is that Chinese on the particle board? I don't think so. Now it's just, it won't let me orient the device. Come on. Anyway, 4 foot wide stairs, 4 stringers. These stringers were kind of awful. The quality of the lumber was pretty terrible. That was a really weak spot, which is why that one's being directly supported right there. And once I figure out what board I'm going to use, I'll actually end up fastening it to the exterior wall and the interior wall. So they're really solid. They'll be even more solid once I tie them into the walls. Up the stairs, lots of stairs. Look how many stairs there are. 10-foot, 4.5-inch garage height from cement to the bottom of the joists. And then there's another 16 inches of joist space. Subfloor. Somebody's probably gonna think this is really goofy that the flooring didn't go out over it, but rather was tread. The flooring definitely should have covered that up. You know, there was no need for a gap here. There's a need for a gap along the side for the walls, but that's okay. Minor things, I can easily address that. But here's the second floor, and only one set of rafters up right now. That's going to be the roof line. In this building, it's not quite 20 feet, is it? I actually have to look to see where the splice in the flooring is, because I don't have a tape measure. That's right there. Yeah, so it's a good bit less. It's probably 19 foot, a couple inches across, but it's still the 48 foot wide. That's way up there. I'm gonna have a ton of room up in the peak, because these walls here are 6 feet tall. And then it goes way up there, and then there'll be a ridge pole. Now I've got these huge storage spaces, which I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do in here, but I said I want openings. So I made a couple 8-foot openings on either side. I can still decide to close them in if I need more wall space for storage, or if I'd like to be able to go in there, I can do that. No, it's not gonna be my living quarters. Everybody's gonna think I should move up here because it's bigger, it's nicer, could be nicer, but I'm just not gonna spend the effort to finish this room for, like, I have a nice place. I feel like it's nice where I currently am. And rather than focus my energy on finishing this, I'd rather do the house and then decide if I want to finish this room in some way. Window up there, perfect hunting spot. There's another opinion. You guys didn't give me a lot of opinions on the metal, did you? You guys did. Some of you guys just said, at least one of you said, I work hard enough or something. Just get the metal you want. But yeah, it's more expensive. 3 times more. But yeah, my plan right now is to put one window right here looking out, and one window on that end looking out, which you won't really be able to get to that one because, you know, stairway hole. Could do 2 windows on the back. It might be nicer, because then at least I could walk to them, right? Access them. And off the back here is going to get a lean-to, and that lean-to will have solar panels on it, like that. Two windows would look kind of weird on the front, I think, being spaced like that, but on the back with solar panels and the lean-to, like, it's just, I don't know. It'd probably look just fine. It'll change the look completely when I do a lean-to. Big windows, they are 4 feet, not 4 feet tall, they're taller than 4 feet. What are they? I don't know what they are. It's upside down. Anyway, they're there. They're probably about 4 feet tall. 4 feet by 36 or something. I'm putting the windows here. I don't know if I can I'd have to put 2 smaller windows. Because I'm going to get either right at, like, the window will start at my ankles. Because my roof line is starting right here, so I really should be a little bit below that. Yeah, I don't have the room. I don't have the room to do 2 windows that size. I could just put those 2 over here and put 2 smaller windows. But every building I've looked at online that has like a gable end like this with two windows, the two windows look goofy. Somehow one window looks better. How do I deal with negative comments? Usually I don't see them because I stay off of Facebook. But when I do see them, I either make a video about them or just every time I see a comment, I'm like, oh, can I make a cool video about this? And then I think about it. And, oh yeah, I could do this with it. And then I make an entertaining video. And if I just can't figure out something to do with it, if it's just real nasty, it's like I don't really know how to. No, I just scroll on. I don't usually block people unless it's like death threats or something really dumb. But yeah, it looks like a lot of you guys think two windows would be awesome, and I kind of agree. I just can't figure out if it looks nice or not. If I'd put them absolutely right next to each other, it might look better, look more like a square window. Think Will's mentally stable. Yep, I do. I do. Do a circle window. I could do a drawing, maybe figure it out. I could. I've seen pictures though. I'm really good at myself imagining what things look like. That's a crazy knotted spot. Holy crap. Lumber quality these days. But yeah, it's gonna be a sweet big room up here. Technically I could show you and end up being famous, maybe. You'd have to. I'm pretty selective and I don't really give the criteria of what comments I choose to respond to or not. But if you really pay attention, you'd probably, like if you'd study them, you'd probably be able to come up with a good comment that might get my attention. Figure out which platform I mostly pull comments from, leave it there. Could be kind of a fun game. Circle windows are cool, but a pain in the butt to build for sure. For sure. Man, that truck's gonna look nice parked in the garage. Install a pressure washer in the garage. I'll be able to pull it out in the driveway and wash it off and then park it back and then drive in, get it dirty. Where stayed inside, and I'm not sure where he is. He's down here somewhere. I'm definitely gonna have a cool view from here. But rather than get too carried away with fancy designs of this building, I'm just keeping it fairly cheap for the most part, and I'm gonna put my effort into a house. But it is the first building you see coming up to the homestead, and it would be really cool to have at least the face of it look super awesome. Watched Will for a while now since his first homestead. Just worry about him mentally. I'm overreacting. It just seems much different now. He does, but honestly, he's growing up. I've talked a lot with him, and I do talk a lot with him regularly. And he's grown up, figuring out different things about life, maturing. So yeah, he's gonna go through changes. Either that or he's gonna stay young and irresponsible forever, except for it won't be young forever. It'll just be irresponsible forever. So he's doing good things. He's grown up, learning stuff, making decisions, doing the grown-up thing. Everybody does it. Everybody should do it, I should say. Please explain the roof building style. I mean, really, it's just a what I would just call a standard roof. I don't know. It's just a 712, which is how they do the pitch. A 712 pitch on one side and the other side as well. This 6-foot wall serves more than one purpose. It's supporting the roof. Now we could have done like probably 2x10s or 2x12s and not needed it. But this lets us do 2x8s for the framing. Might even get away with 2x6, but I think 2x8's better, which is what they are. And this wall helps support the roof. And we're gonna do a 2-foot overhang. What's up, Twitch? I'm gonna do a 2-foot overhang, but it's a 3-foot overhang. It's gonna look better in a building this tall, and it's gonna give me more weather protection on my sidewalls. I'm a big fan of overhangs. Color will it be? Gray. Sides will be gray. The roof will be black. And the bottom 4 foot of the sides will be black. Looks like a wainscoting. Center beam for the roof. Yeah, it'll have what they call a ridge pole. That's just a little spacer block. But it'll be about like that the whole way. Use the good metal. Use the good metal. We need the ventilation. Yeah, I'm pretty crazy about ventilating roofs big time, especially when they're black. Especially when they're black. Moonshot gray. Hey, Lord Minion in the chat. Dreamin' Turtle, thanks for the super sticker. This garage is massive. It is. It's very big. It got warm up here. I had to take off my sweatshirt. Down the steps I go. Down, 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 down. Very tall steps. Many steps. Oh, there he is. There he is. All right, I'll show you guys the metal again for those of you that weren't here. About which metal I should use or not. You guys know what regular metal looks like. I was thinking of this board and batten style metal. Pretty sure this is the color I'm going with for the sides. Interlocks like that. I've got another color here that I'm just not using. It's kind of a light gray, but to me it's just ugly. But it gives you a board and batten kind of look. I can actually show you on my homestead, because here's what standard metal looks like. Of course, it's extra ugly just because it's discolored and all, and I have real board and batten. I have some real board and batten on the homestead, so you can see the style that it's imitating. That's real board and batten. It's kind of inconsistent spacing because I just used the widths I had and stuff. But board and batten looks cool. Fake board and batten looks cool too. It is a thicker steel. I don't remember. I don't think it's quite 12. I don't think it's 12. I don't know. I don't even think he left the pamphlets here. But it's a thicker metal than, so it's a little bit thicker, a little bit stronger, which is not a bad thing. Can insulate the garage, I will. My house, I don't know, my house might be this size. It's pretty big size for a house. Why doesn't America generally use bricks and cement? Because it's way more labor intensive and costs a lot more. Wood houses go up faster and cheaper. Are they better than masonry houses? I don't think so. But probably my house will end up being a masonry house. Probably be a cement house. As far as this garage from the house you're gonna build, it's gonna be 100 feet, probably a little more than 100 feet. So it's pretty far. It's gonna be like where that tree stump is. So it's like right in the center of the screen. That might only be 100 feet. You don't need that for the wind load there. Nope. Should have made an oil change pit and car lift. I thought about doing the oil change pit. I really did. But honestly, my entire life I've been changing oil on gravel or mud and grass. A concrete floor with a creeper and jacks that I can just, I mean, you know how much fun it is to slide jacks all around on gravel and stuff? This is so much of an upgrade for me anyway. Yes, a lift would be like a final, or a pit would just be, you know, it's luxurious enough for me. It is live, I'm live. I like block and brick, that's because I have experience in it. Exactly, and I like conventional framed lumber houses because I have experience with it, and I have experience running electrical and plumbing, and wood is a lot easier to run all that stuff with for sure. But easier doesn't always mean better. I don't really care for block. I like poured walls with rebar in it. Which ironically, I have a floor with no rebar. But block and brick is good till earthquakes. Yeah. Masonry doesn't really flex much. It does flex a little bit, but not a lot. Why is there a crack in my concrete floor? Because they didn't cut the floor in time. I mean, there's cracks everywhere in these saw cuts. But concrete always cracks. But if you cut it in time, it doesn't make ugly cracks where you don't want it. It just wasn't cut in time. This will be an interesting area to see how level this stays over time. So far, it's the same. I don't think it'll move. There's no reason for it to move. It's up on top of a hill. The ground slopes away from it everywhere. No water to really get under it. The freeze thaw once it's closed in really shouldn't happen. Fill a crack and epoxy coat it. It's going to crack anyway, even through the epoxy later, unless epoxy's more flexible than I'm familiar with. But as temperature changes, concrete always moves back and forth incrementally. Bluetooth rebar into your slab, Bluetooth. This is enjoying his new doghouse. He's gonna love it in the summer times in here. Might end up sticking a doggy door in someplace. Maybe over there in the corner so he can go bolting out because he likes to be able to see down the driveway. So we'll see what happens. Septic in your plans? I'll probably do septic just for property value alone. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but if I want to, then it's there. Use the same gray on walls and roof. I feel like a two-tone works better. I mean, I could do gray, I could do black on the walls and then gray on the roof. I'm not real wild about that though. Mostly I just need to make sure that the roof is ventilated very well and insulated. Did you get itches? Did you get itches? Should I kick and scratch you? Does that help? No? Prep is the most important part of concrete. Make sure the subgrade is tamped. Absolutely. And this is all hard pack. So the only thing they did was dig down. With the exception of this corner over here. They built up a little bit with it. So this corner, I think they built up. I mean, it was kind of sloped like this. They probably built it up. They mostly just poured extra concrete. This corner is like crazy. And they found, for the footer part, they dug down and found rock. And I know they found rock because when I was trying to put this solar in, every time I dug a hole, I ran into rock. It was super annoying. So they brought this corner down to rock. This spot in here was kind of fill, but they packed it pretty good. And with that sitting on rock and being about a 45-degree slope from the bottom of the footer out to here, it could be hollow under there, and I doubt it would move. That's a huge chunk of concrete. Good, garage looks great. Hit me up if you have door questions, unless you already know a guy. Did you email me? I feel like you might have emailed me. If you didn't email me, Mr. Harper's Garage Door Service. I have somebody that can put them in, but we might be able to work something. You don't think you did? Okay, narrowwayhomestead@gmail.com. Send me an email. Might take me a bit to get back to you, but I'll know to look for your email and get you a response. You know, I have a resin floor over the concrete to cover the crack and other defects. I could. It just really does not bother me at all. Like, I'm just so happy to have a concrete floor. It's a little bit rough. If I'm running a creeper along here, it might bump a little bit, but you have to remember what I'm used to. I'm used to working in the mud. And I didn't even have all this gravel in here until about a year ago. This was all mud, mostly too. So this is just a huge upgrade. I'm satisfied. I'm content. I'm happy. I know a lot of people wouldn't be, but I'm just happy. I'm a happy person. I was trying to intimidate him. I don't think it worked very good. Oh, I'm being sneaky. He's getting a little bit nervous, doing all his little mouth movements, wagging his tail anxiously. But he's not that nervous. Is he a good boy? Doing more concrete in front of the garage. Yes, I want to. It's probably going to be quite some time. I want to concrete all the way over to there. It's going to be a lot of concrete. And I want to do stamped concrete, and I have no experience in stamped concrete. I'll take that back. I have 1 day of experience with stamped concrete, enough to understand the process. But I don't want to do that until I'm done building my house and driving lumber delivery trucks and stuff over the driveway. Unless I just do a really thick pad, but it's just so expensive. So expensive. He likes cool concrete. He does. Cement pavers, no. No, I want poured concrete. I want a solid driveway. Should probably do 6-inch pad. I don't know. Then I could just drive stuff over it. I'll have to figure out my grade. I mean, it should drain really well. I could have water running down from that field down underneath the concrete. But it wouldn't be too hard to regrade that, so that just wouldn't happen. Stamped concrete can be slippery when wet. It can be. I want to do like a cobblestone stamped concrete or something. Hopefully something with enough texture, but you're right. It can be slick, but honestly, this mud and stuff that I'm required to walk on all the time, like to do animal chores and all kinds of stuff, like when it's wet out, it's just very slippery. And it would just be something to get used to. And the problem is, if I do cobblestone stamped concrete here to look really cool, then I want to continue like paths all around the homestead in it, and I'd have to learn to do it myself. Get somebody to help me on the big pour, and then I just have to do the sidewalk in sections. Maybe even mix my own concrete. It's just a lot of labor, you know. I have to form it up, and it's all on a slope, so I have to account for drainage everywhere. I've seen a lot of people do concrete up on these hills, and they don't, you know, water runs down the hill and then gets under the sidewalk, and I almost think you have to do like a retaining wall. to keep the concrete down below and let the water run down, fall onto the retaining wall, fall onto the sidewalk, and keep going, rather than let it sit against the bottom and wash the gravel out or wash mud into the gravel underneath it, or, you know. I have to talk to a concrete guy, run my ideas by him. Crafting after 2 weeks is bad. New, it cracked. Concrete cracks within the first 24 hours almost every time. That's why these saw cuts are here and why it's important to get them in faster than we did. We were literally 2 hours late in making this cut, which is why this crack showed up. Because it cracked other places too, but we got the saw cuts in time, so it's cracked in these cuts. And on a pad this size, yeah, it's going to crack pretty much immediately. What's that going to cost? What's what going to cost? Concrete driveway and concrete walkways everywhere? A lot. A lot. I'm not doing that for quite some time. Just future dreams. And then, you know, if my income dries up or something, I just won't do it and I'll be fine. I'll be happy anyway. Footer with drainage and footer to direct the water. Yeah, I could do like a footer under the sidewalk and make sure there's good drainage. It might be smart. Haven't really thought a lot about it. Anyway, I'm on your feet all the time. I don't know. Why not asphalt for the driveway? Because stamped concrete would look way cooler. Asphalt gets really, really hot and gets baked in the sun, and my animals be burning their feet on it. And to do a good asphalt job requires a lot of prep, and I think it would end up costing almost the same amount as concrete anyway. A lot of people just put down 3 inches of asphalt, and 2 years later it cracks and weeds are growing through. That's not the kind of driveway I'm interested in. If that's what I wanted, then I would just, leave it like this. Ducks will poop all over concrete. They will. Yep, they will. And I just leave it there. Let the rain wash it away. This looks like he's working very hard, right? Should make some paw print stones mixed with other flat stones for a walkway. That'd be cool. California, you definitely need to use rebar in the concrete. Yeah, you guys are in a seismic zone. I'm pretty sure rebar is required in areas with seismic activity. Back to Macedonia. Dang. Arizona, we don't have enough rain to wash poop away. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Doing an update on neighbor's build. I haven't seen one in ages. I've been talking with him. I need to get over there and do a long form YouTube video. there's just so much going on in my life that I'm just filming my own stuff. But whenever some of my projects kind of get to a standstill, now I'll be like, what should I make a video about? And I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. So spots the concrete, the companies, print their logo in the path. I could do that. That'd be kind of cool. Some rebar, a good idea in any concrete pour? Probably. If you put mesh in concrete, it would not crack. Absolutely false. Absolutely false. Show me anywhere that has a pad that's 30 by 50 without a crack in it and no saw cuts. Now, if it has saw cuts, I want you to clean them out and look real carefully, because you will find, I don't think I can clean it out carefully anymore. It's full of sawdust. Too much sawdust in it. But before there was sawdust in here, there was definitely cracks. Actually, I know the width of the blade that was used to cut these saw cuts. And absolutely the concrete has moved, because it was not that wide of a blade. So yeah, every single one of these has to be cracked. And the only thing they messed up on was right there at the front. Cracks no matter what. That's why we cut control joints. 100%. Two types of concrete, cracked and going to crack. So believe it or not, and I hardly believe it myself, but I have concrete countertops, 1.5 inches thick, in my outdoor kitchen there. 26 inches wide, I think, maybe. I made them a little wide. 26 inches wide. I have one that's 16 feet long, another one that's 18 feet long, and a couple shorter ones. They have not cracked yet. And it's been 2 years and 3 years. I poured them a year apart. And they have not cracked. And it blows my mind that they have not cracked. They're small enough, though, that I guess they're just able to flex enough and not crack. And they'll probably crack eventually, but wow. They haven't cracked. Concrete counters, that's genius. Hey, they were cheap. They were cheap. I keep a nice sealer on them so the water beads off of it and stuff. Every spring, get in there, hit it with some muriatic acid, clean it up, put some sealer on it. Works good. Oh no, you have to pay $50 to replace them. Why am I avoiding the question about where Minion is? Because I already answered it a couple times. He's in the house. He's in the house. Get a cheap deal for the concrete. We haven't totally worked it out yet, but yeah, pretty much. You have a lot on your plate. Didn't mean to add to it with a neighbor question. Hey, no, it's all good. I know you guys want updates. I will get updates. I'll just wait for some stuff to slow down a little bit. That's all. It'll come, because I have updates to show you guys over there. But how long have I been on here? 40-some minutes. Wow. Word and bat and look, huh? Yep. That's what I'm leaning towards. It's just expensive. It's expensive, but it's nice. This is the first nice building I'm really putting on this property. As soon as you try to do something nice, then you're like, oh, I should go really nice and spend lots of money. And then like, yeah. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm just a homestead with falling down firewood sheds with ripped tarps and random netting around my garden and orange baler twine to hold it up and a tire for my future duck watering system. And why do I try to make stuff look nice? I don't know. Because I can. I'll go through here eventually and make every single building look nice. Probably take first 10 years, I'll build everything. The second 10 years, I'll be running around chasing stuff and making it look pretty. But I'll have fun with that. Katana climbed another yet. Katana has absolutely not climbed a tree since, at least not that I've seen, since that one. Dried in before winter. Yeah, this should get dried in before winter, except for I doubt I'll have the doors. How's There's a Way coming along? It's not really coming along because I haven't gotten over there to instruct people what to do next, basically. What's it going to cost total? I don't know yet. Depends on what I do. Katana has tree trauma, absolutely. Garage is just the right size doghouse for Az. Pretty much. I'm thinking he's gonna like it. Oh, you're dusty. Look at those clouds of dust. What have you been doing? Don't look at me like that. Give me the side eye. The side eye. He's a good boy. Look at his paws. Look at his paws. Can't even wrap my hand around him. Look at these paws. They're so huge. Big fella. Gotta remember every once in a while to check his paws. Not because I think he's got an issue. He might. What's this? What's that? Nah, it's just calluses and stuff. Want him to get used to me handling his feet. which obviously is quite good with, because someday if he gets a paw injury, I'm going to need to be able to dress it, which means he has to be used to me touching his feet. Don't pull. Don't pull. Let me mess with it. Let me mess with it. I gotta be able to check you out. I got into when he was 5 months old, before I had him, he got into a scuffle with one of his brothers. Still got scarred from it. He's just a big old boy. He's just a big old boy. Hey. You're just a puppy. You're just a puppy. You're just a puppy. Is he a good boy? Is he a good boy? Wag your curly tail. There was a lion. It's massive, all right. I have a questionably small Pyrenees. He's huge. I try to tell people he's big, and they're just like, oh yeah, big dog. I've got, 80-pound pit bull or a 90-pound pit bull that I've had too much food. And it's like, that's cool. As weighs double your pit bull. He's a monster. Smacks made him sleepy. Did make you sleepy? Yeah, jaw smacks. Nose smacks make you playful. Yeah, and then I get chewed on. Hey, I'm gonna need my knee later. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Look at that. He could just eat my whole knee. Yes, he's a good boy. Yes, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Why don't you make my arms look like popsicles? Miniature horrors. Yep. Really thinks that's his new house. He does. He does. Here, lay down. Lay down. Cuddles are a dangerous thing. With him, absolutely. He gets a little bit playful. He starts kicking and flailing. It gets crazy. It gets crazy. Big old sharp dew claw. Yep, that's what you accidentally scratched me up with that one time. Oh, the pushing. Oh, the rolling over. He's a good boy. It's like, hey, now I can't see you. Tried washing him. I have. Can have those removed. I could have his dew claws removed, but there's no need. He'll use those to tear up coyotes someday. Hey. Yeah, we just have to do better training about pawing. Oh, the big mouth. The big yawn. Look at those teeths. Look at those teeths. Can I see the teeths? Oh, that's huge. Oh, it's big teeths. Oh, look at those big teeths. Big teeths. I used to be able to wrap my hand around his muzzle, but that's not a thing anymore. Durr. Durr. Thank you for not killing me. Thank you. Thank you for not taking off my hand. You goofball. You goofball. Big old beast. The claw. Peanut butter on the roof of his mouth would be hilarious and a great short. It would be. I'll have to do that. I'll take a whole jar to coat the roof of his mouth, but yeah, I'm gonna do that sometime. Big boy, can't wait for him to get his companion in the spring. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Go scratching my concrete. Are you scratching my concrete? Hey. Hey. Philippa Wood, welcome to the Narrowway Supporters. It's good he's so tolerant of handling just in case he got injured. That's exactly right. Saying you sounded demonic on Twitch, didn't realize I was live. Yeah, I went live. I wasn't even going to be live very long, but here I am. Hey. Hey, quit doing that on the stream. Have any more growing to do? He'll fill out a little bit more. They can fill out until they're like 2 years or 3 years old. And he's not 2 yet. It's about 18 months. Look at that. Solid dog. Solid puppy. Always a solid puppy. Hey, let your knee alone. You need your knee too, just like I need my knee. It's like, how dare you interrupt my chewing? How dare you? How dare? You can get as armor to do protection. I could, but the problem is he's lovable and stuff. And if I even got like a spike collar, like the real spike collars that protect have like 3-inch long spikes out of them, he would stab me in the leg coming to rub up on me. I'd have to teach him no affection to people. And he doesn't face wolves in this area, so his life's really not in danger from any large animal that he would need such a thing. Just a flesh wound. Az can take down a wolf. Yep, these dogs are bred for dealing with wolves. They pretty much do all right on a one-on-one basis. Man, look at that big shoulder bone. Jeez. Flop. This needs billy robes. Love the sounds it makes. Yeah, I know. I pat you and then you start getting funny. Whoa. What I have to watch is when he rolls over quickly and then starts kicking with his paws. Yeah. Sometimes that's a little brutal to me when I'm just kneeling down. How much does he weigh? 175, somewhere in there. Bongo drum. Big dog. Big dog. Dude, you're huge. Anybody ever tell you you're big? Definitely a he, yeah. Hey. I know. I'm asking for it by patting you. Oof. All right, fine. I'm gonna need that later. I'm gonna need my hand later. He's a good boy. Yes, he's being very gentle. He has to be gentle. Ouch. How can you, like, bite me on the side? I know you're supposed to fight above the belt, but this is ridiculous. Hey, don't do it with the paw. He gets as rambunctious as I want him to. And he does the lean. Oh, the lean. Oh, the lean. That's how I win. Hey, I was supposed to win. Hey, I need this knee later. Dude. Be gentle. Leave it. Sit. No, sit. Sit. Quit. Sit. I shouldn't have let you do that, but it was funny. Sit. See, now we're not going to listen because you thought you could just do that and I let you get away with it. No, sit. Good boy. Good boy. No, no. Sit. No, we're stop and play for a minute. Good boy. Good boy. Yep, that's good boy. That's good boy. That's good boy. I had to correct my mistraining. See? No, leave it. Sit. That's right, shake it off. Sit. Aslan. No. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, we're still working on some stuff. Adolescence and a big dog is always fun, for sure. For sure. Okay. Good boy. No, we're not gonna get all aggressive with the playing though. Oh, now you're gonna steal my jacket. A happy boy. He's a happy boy. Oh, he's gonna steal my shims. We've been working on it with the shims. No. You already know. I shouldn't have to tell you. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. About to go find something rambunctious. Yeah, he's wound up. He needs to go find his toy. Where's your toy? Go get your toy. Where's your toy? It's like, I don't see it. Where's your toy? No, don't just go invent your... You can't have that. It's underneath a bunch of OSB. You can try. All right, if you can move the whole stack of OSB, I'm going to let you have it. If you can move the whole stack, you can have it. He wants it. He wants it bad. I know. Where's your other toy? Challenge accepted. He's got his piece over there. Ask, come. What about over there? Go. Get your toy. No, I am not the toy. Ask. You have a stump and you have a stick over there. Get your toy. Get your toy. Get your toy. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Get your toy. Get it, Az. Good boy. Oh, you lost interest. No, that is your toy. That's what I was talking about. New to YouTube, any tips on starting? I sing. Just be consistent. Be consistent. I spent 1 year on YouTube before I finally got to 160 subscribers. Took a while for it to take off. And I spent another year not really posting much, and then the next year posting a little bit more, and then messing around on TikTok more than anything, and came back here when the shorts came out, and we did it. It's an absolute unit. Yeah, he is. Said I want a rough house, right? Big fellow finds 2x4 tree and says we play fetch with this, right? This thing here used to be a pretty big stump. They dragged out of the woods, and now it's just whittled down into a little thing, but yeah, perfect size stick for him. something like this. This thing's about 2 foot long, about, I don't know, 2.5 inches wide. Good boy. You turn it up. Cloak's over there meowing at me. What's your problem, Cloak? Kitty, kitty. What's the matter? What you got going on? What you got going on? Hmm? What are you doing? Like Phoenix, thanks for the super sticker. Love how still clumsy puppy. Yep. That's will be 2 next May. That's right. Ah! Hey, wait a minute. I'm behind the stick. Easy with your jumping. Doomph. 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 Gonna crack your kneecap with that stick? Probably. It's like a dangerous thing to throw almost. Use it to fight intruders, right? It's one way to take your human for a walk, guys. Take him by the hand and lead him. That's right. Oftentimes when I walk with him, he loves to be really mouth on, so I just kind of nibbles on my fingers and we walk. Johanna, thank you for the super sticker. How am I heating the garage? With a wood stove, probably. I don't have it installed yet. I have one I can put in here. Not a treated piece of wood. No, it's not. Did you give up on it? Say hi, kitty. And the cat can slip out of there and Az is going to be stuck. Az, do not chase. You can investigate, but we don't chase the kitties. Doof. 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 It's like you keep messing with me, I'm going to chomp on you. Doof. Cloak is back. Kitty. Where's Kitty? You can go say hi to the kitty. That's okay. You just can't chase. Just be nice and gentle, and you go up and sniff. But if they run off, you gotta let them go. Just Az weigh now. He's around 175 or something. I haven't weighed him in like a month. Is that the cat that was in the tree? No, this one was Cloak. Katana was the one in the tree. Having a spook. Well, I think she died of old age. One morning, she just all curled up. Hope you're doing well. Good looking dog. Thanks. Cloak. Cloak. Let's see if Az will climb up the stairs again. Az, come. I love how I just like say come, and he's just like, yes, absolutely, I would love to come. Look at that look. He's like, no, you're gonna go up the stairs again. I don't want to go up the stairs. It's okay. You don't have to go up the stairs. I was just gonna see. Yeah, you did good. You did good. I've got some videos of up and down stairs to post sometime. I gotta edit them and stuff. Those of you on Twitch know all about it. Donut and a TRX. I should. Should tear up the grass real good. Nope. I hope Saber comes back somehow. I hope so too. I hope he just went to like a neighbor and just like hung out there and decided he liked it better. Because, I mean, while I'd like him to like to be here better, I'd rather him be alive and happy somewhere else than have had something bad happen. Remember you bringing him up, have to try him down again. That was funny. That was something. It was pretty funny. It was a really good trust exercise. He trusted me enough to lead him down the stairs, even though he was quite obviously scared of it. But obviously there's no dragging him anywhere if he really doesn't want to go. But he trusted me and listened to me, and we made it. But I don't think he wants to go up again. Katana has tree trauma, as has stairs trauma. Funny thing is, it all happened the same day. So I had a cat stuck in a tree, and then I had a dog stuck upstairs, all in one day. I mean, it was my own fault for leading him up there, but I figured if he went up there, he wouldn't find it to be such a big deal to go down. But it was a big deal. We made it, though. We'll do it again sometime. Yep. 6 foot tall and hind legs, 175 pounds. Bite force of 740 psi, but afraid of stairs. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Haven't seen many new videos. What are you building? You'll have to check out the long form videos, but this is a garage. It's a garage. Big garage. Huge garage. Birds of prey can take some large animals, including the small fawn. Yeah, I bet like an eagle or something really could. Crazy stuff. Will can make an elevator for Az, right? I thought about doing an elevator in here, but I opted not to. I did think about it though. I'll probably have an elevator in my house. It'll be home built because actual elevators are way overpriced. They're probably not overpriced, but they're just expensive. Tall as the garage, I don't know. I mean, from floor to bottom of ceiling in here is 10 foot, 4.5 inches. And it's a 16-inch joist. Those of you really good at math can figure it out. So 10 foot 4 plus 16 inches plus a 44-inch wall. And with it being 28 feet wide, you're going to get into geometry on a 7/12 pitch. That should tell you what the peak is if you're really, really good at the math. I haven't bothered to figure it out, but basically it's going to be really tall. Corner boards meant for only temporary support. Corner boards. I'm not sure. Not sure what you mean. Corner boards. Dumbwaiter hole in floor with winch mounted to ceiling above. Yeah. Basically, I just do a glorified dumbwaiter as an elevator. I just make it bigger. But I'd have to, now that it's all framed up, I'd be cutting out floor joists and doing something different. The only spot I really could easily do it without building an interior wall is going to be over here. But I could put a wall, put a couple walls in here anywhere and cut the floor joists out of the middle, use those walls to hold up the floor joists on either side, and then have something that would go up and down. It's not necessary. If I can't use stairs, well, then I'll just have to decide I don't need to go up there anymore. Here's a 2x4 sticking out into a doorway. Yeah, oh, like over here. Yeah, these are all temporary. They don't even need to be on there anymore now that they got the sheeting on. Yep, before the sheeting was on, though, it was important to keep the walls from racking from one side to another. Hey, Cloak. Are you gonna be a cat and just not let me get near you? Kitty, kitty. Hey. Hey. Yep, she's like, nope. Nope, I'm independent right now. Put a roof over the big door now. Nope, it's gonna get rained on when the winds blow that way. I have a 3-foot overhang up there, but got my garage up. It's only 25 by 40 though. That's still pretty big. I was gonna do 25 by 40 and then I changed my mind and went another 8 feet. And before that I was gonna do like 24 by 28 or something. I just kept changing the size. Nobody ever regretted making a garage bigger. My favorite cake? I don't know, probably an ice cream cake. Sort of garage door you're going to install? It's just going to be a standard garage door. I don't even know. Just a roll-up door. I guess that's what they call them. Well, it's not a roll-up though, because roll-up's a different type of door. Just a normal door. I don't know what they call it. Please repost that video you playing with me in belly when you had fluid in it because of the salted meat. Oh, it's funny. Good luck shipping an ice cream cake, right? Right? I mean, I like cake. I like chocolate cakes. I like cheesecakes. Chocolate cakes with like a peanut butter icing or something. No, those are really good. Garage will never hold water. I hope you're right. In school on hinges with springs. No. No hinges. Just a track and rollers and panels. Does sound good. I like fancy cakes. I do. I don't get cake very often. I think I get cake like once a year on my birthday, typically. German triple chocolate cheat cake. That sounds really good. Need to get this man some cake. Oh my gosh, now somebody's gonna mail me cake. Love the water meme. How's the fishing anyway? I haven't been fishing yet. I haven't even been down to the fish in forever. I should go do some cool stuff. There's only so many nice days left. 150-mile-per-hour door like Florida requires? No. No. Won't be anything that extreme. It's gonna be a 20-foot wide door. I don't even think they make a door that wide that has any kind of decent wind rating. It's just huge. If I'm supposed to get some kind of really crazy winds, I mean, I guess I could wedge some temporary framing in here. I could, the door will probably sit, I don't know where the door will sit, here somewhere. I could put framing between here and there and then fasten it up there and put support behind the door temporarily if I knew like a hurricane was coming. But I'm in West Virginia. Like by the time a hurricane gets here, it's just not an extreme wind event. It can be an extreme flood event. I wish you'd go up there all the way. You will eventually. Don't chase the cat. No. Don't chase. No. You might weigh less if you didn't have so much dust in your fur. Dusty. Look, not afraid of stairs. Nope. Hey. See up top. All right, let's check out up top, and then I'm gonna jump off of here. You guys can go hang out on Twitch if you want, because Twitch is running live, showing you guys a really cool view from up here. You think of a sliding garage door. Those are cool. I like sliding garage doors. I could do that on this little one, wherever it is. There's not enough wall space to do it on the big one. But here's up top. There's Twitch hanging out. Checking out the cool view down below. This is gonna be a big room up here, guys. Big room. Big. Doesn't that say Jack Stud? They have fun. Oh, I'm gonna fuss at them for this. I don't know who cut that, but I'm gonna fuss at them. There's the cell phone Twitch. It's a building for it's a garage. I might make an office up here. It's possible. I really don't know. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with it all. But then I have 2 buildings to heat. It's cool up here. I love it up here. YouTube live on a laptop, Twitch on the phone. Nice. So much room for activities. Yep. Do all these cool projects and stuff up here. Store stuff. I'm sure a lot of it up here end up being storage for a bit. Store winter clothes and I don't know what all. Connection's not as good up there. No, it's not, is it? You know how to get down? Well, I could probably jump from here over to the roof. Hold me. Somebody got a water bottle up there. Or I could use the stairs. Or I could use the ladder. Music studio for jamming some music. Start a band. Narrow Way Reliance Blues Band. No. If I started a band, it'd be folk metal. The problem is, like, I'd have to start a band and not be in it because I have no musical talent. Hey, I didn't notice that. My truck's inspected till 2026. That's cool. I don't know how that's possible, but hey, I'll take it. How come they only do 1-year inspections on my other vehicles and they do? Must be because this thing's new enough. Make you inspect the old vehicles every year, but a new vehicle you don't have to inspect so often. It's kind of cool, I guess. Our inspection, what's that, right? It is one of the dumb things this state does. Every state has its downsides. I don't care where you choose to live. There's downsides to every state. There's no perfect state. Having to inspect vehicles is something they borrowed from bigger states with, you know, more bureaucracy. And they're like, oh, we'll be like the big state and we'll do vehicle inspections. Dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. It wouldn't have been so bad if they'd have just stuck with like brake pads, check tires. But no, they check rust holes and other nonsense. That's what's really unfortunate. Can I afford to fix rust holes in my vehicles? Yes, I can. Can everybody who lives here afford that? No, they can't. Leave their vehicle alone. They need it to get to work and pay their bills. Just leave them alone. What are we planning to do with the upstairs of the garage? I have no idea. I just knew it didn't cost that much more to put an upstairs in it. So I was like, let's do it. It's either that or have a dumb attic space up there that I put junk in that I never bothered to get. Inspection Iowa, it's dreamy here. Awesome. Heads back to napping. New Jersey has free inspections. Inspections aren't much here. I think it's $14 a year. But if there's something wrong, like if you've got rust holes to fix in your rocker panels, which has nothing to do with exhaust getting in the cab or anything, it's just very, very, very dumb. Just caulk them off and call it a day. And that's what people do around here. They just patch it for inspection. It just gives, it only lasts a week or so, whatever they do, and then they inspect it. Just gives people extra nonsense to deal with, and it doesn't make the vehicles any better anyway. They should just check the brake pads. Maybe check the fluid in the brake reservoir, just, you know, just check some very basic stuff. And cracks in the windshield, yeah, they should let those go too, unless it's across like maybe the driver's part of the windshield real bad. I don't know, they should probably just let it go, period. Unless, I mean, if it's like smashed or really cracked up, if it's just a single crack, like, it's fine. It's frustrating, a blown head gasket, for sure. Garage looks massive. It is massive. It's massive. Florida, plan on buying land up there. Know about vehicle inspections. Other exemptions for older vehicles. There are some like antique tags and stuff you can get. It's not really an emissions inspection, but they will visually inspect to make sure you have a muffler and a cat if it's supposed to have it. If your vehicle didn't come with a Cadillac converter or something, they're going to let it go. It's factory. You can also, if you make $1,000 a year with something farming or agriculture related, you can get a farm exempt sticker in most of the counties here. Costs like $2 a year and you're exempt from all that stuff, but you're not supposed to drive it out of state, and there's some restrictions on it all. I don't even know what it all is, but homesteading is so dope. Being less makes me happy, and creating unique space is a blessing. Absolutely. It's that big crack. That's where they didn't get the saw cut done in time. So it cracked there instead of inside the crack, the purposeful crack. Farmer Flex, that's right. I might get a farm exemption for a couple of my vehicles. I don't know. There's Jen in Montana, visiting family, helping another family member out. But somebody had to stay. I'd love to go with her, but somebody's got to watch the homestead. So since it's my homestead, it always falls to me. For content, animals, praise Lord, man, King of Kings. Thanks, Tenzu. Appreciate the super chat. Crack is repairable. It's just cosmetic. I mean, I probably could clean it out real good, epoxy it, and maybe. Did this crack too? I don't know if it actually cracked at the saw cut. It's pretty narrow. I don't think it actually cracked there. But over here, it definitely continued its crack because it's wider here. You can actually see it right there. See how this is narrower than this? So it cracked down into here and continued. So this cut just wasn't in time. It was in time to keep it from cracking across here, but it wasn't in time to stop this crack. It was literally about 2 hours late. That's how concrete works. It will crack, but it looks cosmetically much nicer to have these saw cuts where it cracks and you don't see the crack, rather than the concrete cracking where it wants. Could be worth it to prevent the concrete cracking meme from the beginning. I don't know, I'll probably run with it, make some content on it. People get all excited. At the end of the day, people will become educated just because of what I showed right there. Concrete will crack anyway. rebar, no rebar. What the rebar will do is prevent it from shifting if the ground underneath isn't stable. Since I think the ground under here is very stable, I do not think this crack is going to affect anything. It should always remain flat across here. But there's no wire mesh, no rebar. If it does remain the same for, say, the next 2 years, then I'll make a video about that, just saying how stable ground is more important than putting wire and rebar in and having to rely on that. It's hard pack here. It shouldn't shift unless it freezes, unless water gets under the slab and freezes. But in my climate, it shouldn't actually get below freezing in here below the concrete, for one. And there should never be moisture under the concrete because all the ground in every direction slopes away from the garage. So in theory, that will never shift. But, I mean, I don't really know. I know enough to be confident enough to have told them they didn't need to put rebar or wire mesh in. Now, the concrete does have fiber in, but I'll crack this wide, that fiber won't do nothing. Fiber only ties each little section together. It's not going to do anything. Not going to do anything here. As long as you're good with it, the heck with the trolls. I'm good with it, except for it's cosmetically ugly and it's right at the front of the garage and it's really dumb. And it was the fact that it didn't get cut in time, which is more negligence than it is, you know, anything else. You know, concrete finishing faster than expected, and I think the mix was maybe a little off, and there were some other things. I don't hold that against them for the finish. But the crack was just simply poor preparation on their part. 4 inches thick with wire. Can break. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. It's a lot of force, you know, when concrete wants to separate. 5.56 or 22 LR, home defense / animal control. That works. Yep, that works. A lot of options, but it's a decent option. You take away pay. We talked about it. We haven't settled on anything yet, but I let him know I was displeased and why I was displeased, and we'll go over all that later. Vehicles you're putting in the garage. That, for one, I don't know what else. Probably end up being Jen's car. Will I paint it? No. Nope. I'm gonna leave the floor just like this. Unless some company wants to show off their grinding and resurfacing skills. Works out a deal with me. Then we could do something, but other than that, I ain't worried about it. It does kind of look like ascot when he laid down, right? Caused by water freezing and underground. No, because it hasn't gotten cold enough to freeze anything yet since it was poured. So it's not gotten below 32 degrees here yet. Grind that out and right in the Ohio River. I'm sure you can, but I don't know if you're wanting to exchange your labor for advertising. That's pretty much the only way I would go for it, because again, I'm not that upset about any of it. But yeah, I'm sure, I would imagine that if a company did that, they'd get all kinds of calls and interest, because I can show what it looks like now and show what it looks like later. But I know it's a lot of labor to do that. You got to basically have an advertising budget and decide that's what you want to do. I'd probably get all sorts of jobs for some company if they wanted to, but I'm not going to actively look for one or worry with it. If somebody wants to, they can let me know. If not, well, that's okay. That was a crow. Yeah, I got a lion. He looks like a lion. It looks a lot like a lion. Az may have cracked it laying on it. You may have. Be a dog area in the shop with outside access. I don't know yet. I may do something like that. Halloween costume for Az line. Yeah, he's already wearing it. No Lord Mini today. He's inside. Speaking of which, I need to get into some stuff. Mostly get into relaxing because it's my day off. Take Saturdays off. But love you, Nate. Thanks. I love you guys too. Day off, but live streaming. Pretty much. Pretty much. Love your content, man. Treat Minnie and yourself to a steak on me. Well, thanks. Thanks very much for that. We'll have to do that. Because Jen's away for like a week. And pretty much, I looked in the fridge and I saw my meal options were bagels with 4-day-old uncarbored tartar sauce and a can of sardines I could probably put on there. You know, put tartar sauce on the bagel, put some fish on there. I don't have very many good meal options. I might invite Will over for the live stream tomorrow night if he wants. Gross. Probably be gross. I don't know. I'll probably try it. Nate, I think you need to do some shopping. I'm definitely going to do steak. There's definitely going to be steak. But I'm also going to eat that because I can't stand stuff going bad. And like that tartar sauce is going to go bad if I don't do something with it. It's about the best thing I can think of. Pronounce bagel like bagel. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. Bagel? Bagel. Beagle. I don't know. Beer batter the sardines. That'd be good. Send Jesse to get groceries, right? I should. I should. A Kangol dog. No, it's a Turkish Bos Shepherd, but they look very similar to Kangles. They're from the same region. Haven't had steak in forever. Been a minute since I have too. What if we wanted to send you steak? Well, somebody just sent me a $50 super chat for steak for me and Minion. And I'll probably get some steak for Az too. Can I order pizza out there? Well, I can order it from here, but actually DoorDash does deliver out here. Very expensive though. Mostly because I have to leave a minimum of a $20 tip to even get them to consider taking the run up here. I should do it again though. And by the time whatever food it is gets up here, it's cold. Even though they have those bags, like, I mean, it's just a run. Garage must be bigger than the There's a Way homestead. It is. Absolutely it is. Anthony, thanks for the super sticker. I'm going to walk from the new house to the outhouse. From the new house to the outhouse will be a significant walk. I'm going to do something else. Whether I do an incinerating toilet in the house or a built-in outhouse in the house. I have a lot of thinking through before I build my house to design it how I want. I know I can make a stink-free outhouse. It won't scare me at all to do an outhouse pit. I could even line the walls in concrete and leave one side accessible to clean it out as needed. I got a lot of thinking to do on what I want to do with my house. But I found a way to ventilate it where it's stink-free to the point that I prefer it over a conventional bathroom. I do. Hey, I missed another one. Young Will and Az could use some protein too. Well, thanks, Daddy. Appreciate that. Steak fund is growing. It is. We'll do some steak. I'm still gonna do something with bagels and sardines and tartar sauce though, but I'll probably eat the steak first after I go to town to get it. I thought Az was a cougar. Hey, from this angle, yeah. Perhaps a vapor recovery system to compress whatever flammable gases. I could do something. Problem is the way my outhouse pit works to keep it stink free is it's very well ventilated, which means there'll be no chance of being gases to reclaim unless I totally redesign everything. Sounds like a strange combination. Yep. Is there anywhere it says stats of your solar? There is a YouTube video way back, probably 2 years back, which I don't have that many long form videos once you get past about 4 months from now. You go back, you'll rapidly start scrolling months. You should be able to find something 20 minutes long on it. I don't do it. Rather smell less than capturing rancid cats, for sure. Like by the time I do all that, I may as well just, like, I've got firewood everywhere. I may as well just, do wood stoves and burn some stuff and make it happen. Shorts are awesome. Well, awesome. Thanks for watching. Have you stopped doing long form content? No, really, I just started. The last 4 months, there's quite a bit of videos out. But if you go before that, you might get one video every couple months at the most. That's long form. Shorts are like crazy. There's lots of shorts, but I've really just picked up and started regularly doing long form videos. Pants are awesome too. Thanks. I love these pants. And the shorts are followed up on and tell a story as well. That's right. I try really hard to make them kind of link together, so if you see all the shorts, you actually have a good idea what goes on. I don't always follow up as much as I should anymore, but right now I have so much stuff happening. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Neighbor has a Kangol when it chases something. I thought it was a lion or something. No doubt. You ever shave the majestic beard? I doubt it. Their baby lion. Yep, looks like a lion. The ears kind of make it look a little bit like a lion too. It depends. Knock them down. A lot of content potential. Yep. Any Lancasters? No, he's not answering us. I don't know what I missed. All right, guys. I'm going to jump off of here. Thanks for hanging out. Go check out the Twitch. Nate Petrosky over on Twitch. Live stream running, watching the property. I'm going to jump off here. I've been on here for an hour and a half, which is way longer than I planned. I was going to do like 15 minutes, but here we are hanging out. But thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. And thanks for all the super chats and all that cool stuff and all the likes and watching my videos in general and just being positive people in my community. I appreciate it more than you guys realize. So, peanut butter in the mouth, don't forget. Remind me if I forget. It'll probably be a bit, but yes, peanut butter in Az's mouth is going to need to be a short form video. Absolutely. And I'll be eating some steak sometime. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll catch you next time. See you on Twitch.